my God. I didn't think she could have any more energy, but man, in her youth.
That voice, like growling.
Oh my God. What's up, y'all? Strong Master Lee.
And Lulu.
All right, the queen of rock and roll has passed. Doing reactions today, really kind of pay tribute to her because she was not just iconic, but just an inspiration, especially like everything that she had to go through in life and rebound from that to become so big and so beloved. And, one of the things that I wanted to do was go back to react like some of her earliest performances, because you were like, is she about the same age as Whitney Houston? I'm like, no, babe. She's been around a lot longer, like since the 60s. So that's how long she's been around. And at first I wasn't sure if we should react to some earlier stuff because most of it was with Ike Turner as well. I mean, obviously, if you know anything about her, there was a huge falling out between her and him because he was so abusive. And eventually she had to leave him because of it. The dude had so many problems. He was an alcoholic, a womanizer. There's been stories of him marrying another woman while he was still married to somebody else, like again and again, like half dozen times. It was crazy. So yeah, the dude had his demons, and unfortunately she was caught in, that wake. But he was an amazing musician in his own right. There's no doubt about it. And when they were together, they had some of the most amazing music. Now, I didn't know most of these songs. So this will be the first time we're both listening to it. And I found some old school footage of them performing together, black and white from the 60s. So I'm like, oh, we got to check this out when she was young.
Wow. Are they already together on this one?
They were already together, I think, during this time. She's sort of discovered by him. I mean, it's a long, crazy story about like how they eventually got together. They had kids, and the dude eventually got on coke, and that just effed everything up. But I don't think it was just drugs. He clearly had a lot of issues already. Yeah, unfortunately, that was the end of that. And that kicked off a whole sequence of crazy shit for her. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, crazy shit back then. But nonetheless, it's still a part of her life, and I want to hear some of this music from back in the day. So yeah, let's check this out, y'all.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want to hear some wicked wild stories, you got to check out my podcast.
And if you want some hotness, check out my fantasy show.
Let's do this. And away we go.
There's something on my mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's somebody please. Somebody please. Tell me what's wrong.
Oh my, she got that energy back then even.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. She is wild. She knows how to work that crowd.
Wow.
Oh my God. I didn't think she could have any more energy, but man, in her youth,
Yeah.
she could incite riots.
Not just the energy, but that voice like growling.
Oh
and
my God,
no
that was
wonder.
amazing.
Yeah.
These songs are awesome. I've never heard of them before. Rolling Stone or something like, oh, her attitude here. Just,
It's very Tina, like
it's
all
so
that
right from the
moves and-
get-go, man. She already perfected it.
Wow.
Yeah, both of these were like chart toppers back in the day. So they really did make it big. That's why, Ike and Tina were like known as a thing. So when they
Wow.
did eventually break up, she got beat real bad and just that's like had to leave.
damn.
And they had a whole bunch of concerts that they had committed to. So of course they weren't going to do that anymore. And they were like, you owe us money. So she went to huge amounts of debt. So for years and years, she had to perform just to pay off the debt.
Oh,
but she was
dear.
never as big as like this moment, really. So it was many years later that she had a huge rebound, and that's when I
Like
started
what
here.
old?
It was like in her 40s, and
Really?
it's almost like unheard of for someone to rebound in the 40s, go on to win Grammys from that. Like that's like the songs you now probably
Wow.
know, like the songs that we know later on in life, like "Simply the Best." She sang that song, "Private Dancer," a whole bunch of songs. Like she was just had this huge resurgence, and then the big hair by then too. Like that's just what I remember her always having.
Got it.
So you really can almost think of it as like two periods in her life. And she did speak about this being both, one of the fondest memories, but also the most painful to think about.
She was so beautiful.
She was a fiery, beautiful woman back in her youth.
She's like lean and
Yeah, she got toned back
sexy.
then.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the way she performed, I swear to God, baby, you need to do the Tina Turner workout. How did she not have her own workout routine? Because that woman was always cut because she was always just... Tina, you will forever be in our hearts.